my knowledge, we are going to be the first boat to ever race around the world with sails built from recycled materials. Just in the last Vendée Globe, 2 boats raced around the world with sails that were recyclable.
Yes, yeah.
But we're one step further. We're going to have sails that are actually from reclaimed material.
Yeah.
No one's ever done that. We're going to be the first person to ever do that.
Fantastic.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, that's Elvstrom Sails, Denmark, thank you Elvstrom, and Challenge Sailcloth, another big sponsor. Basically, the weather turned very hard about 2 weeks ago. It went from summer to winter just overnight. And it's rained every single day in the last 2 weeks, and we've had just gale after gale after gale. But there's a big low pressure system that is coming over the region, and tomorrow and today, the waves, as you know, you saw them out there, the waves are absolutely massive. There's a big storm system coming over the region. It's been raining off and on all day. It is going to be really, really big seas tomorrow. And I think all of us are going to delay until Sunday. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I made the decision a few hours ago. I saw waves coming over the breakwall today. And if it were a northwesterly or a northerly, I wouldn't necessarily delay just on that, but it's a southwesterly. So the waves are from a direction where they should not be coming over the breakwall. So if waves are coming over the breakwall with this wind direction, the seas are just insane. It's more risk than I can justifiably do. So we're going to be delaying until we look like Sunday morning. So we're probably going to start about 16 hours after our scheduled start. And I think all 7 of us are probably making the same decision or similar, but at least we are. And so this first leg of the race, to be honest, I'm not racing this first part. I'm not concerned with speed or performance. The goal, 100% of the goal, I need to get the boat out of Europe without breaking it. And then the race starts, at least in my mind.
Very cool.
If we push hard in these conditions, we're going to launch off of waves, and they're just going to be very tall, steep launch ramps. And what goes up must come down. And when you have a 17,000-pound boat that comes off of waves and launches and then slams down, you just have an insane spike in all of the loads, the dynamic loads. And so that's how you break a boat. So, but we get one more day to hang out with all of our friends and the Shipyard Brewing crew here in beautiful Galicia, where it's been raining every day. Super cool place though. So I mean, but we're feeling really well prepared. We got a lot of things knocked off the list today, and yeah, we're ready to go. We're still tidying some things up, but we're ready to go. But yeah, we want to be cautious and get out of here safely. So
right.
Waves are created by wind over water with time. So if it's blowing hard for several days, you're going to have big waves. And then obviously that'll change as it gets shallower, closer to land and this and that. But basically the waves, you know, you can have huge waves that are very spread out and they won't be that bad. They'll just be like these kind of slopes that you go up and over. But if you have huge tall waves that are very close together, then by nature they're very close together, so it's one after the other, and they're going to be very steep. And so when you get these really steep waves, which we're looking at an absolutely atrocious sea state of something like 20 feet at 10 seconds, which is probably worse than anything I've ever seen in my life. And we're going to be upwind, dead into it. If it were downwind, we would still go. But we're going to be upwind, dead into it. Excuse me, upwind's dead into it. And yeah, it's just more risk than I can tolerate. So it's going to ease off fairly significantly between Saturday afternoon and Sunday morning. So yeah, I decided a few hours ago that, and I was already leaning that direction, but the models are still changing. But yeah, it's just, we're going to wait and try to get out of here safely, and then the race starts. And we got 130 whatever days to go grind everyone down. So
it's going to be a hard challenge. We as prepared as we can be, and he's going to go out there. He's very experienced. It's going to be cold. I think one of the issues is managing your sleep. How much you got to push yourself hard. It is a race, but how hard you're going to push. You push too hard, then it's actually you're going to start making mistakes. You get tired. So finding that balance is going to be critical. Staying fed, staying warm and dry. That's also going to be pretty important. So we'll see how he manages it. And you know, take care of the boat. It's a marathon, not a sprint. So you know, keeping the boat together and making it around the world, that's probably the most important thing. So
1, 2, 3.
I don't know. No, seriously.
You were about to start off a journey where you were going to shores was an enormous amount of grit, courage, adaptability, but above all, at the end of it, you need a bloody good sense of humour, yeah, to get you across the line. Yeah, and I'm quite certain, God willing, you will all get across that line. So I just want to finish to say from Sir Robin, Jean-Luc, and myself, we wish you Godspeed, sail safely, and above all, enjoy the experience.
Be honest. You get two things. You get a ham.
En español, por favor.
Jamón.
Eso.
Y queso.
Eso.
¡Bienvenida, Leonesa! ¡Cuánto mundo! ¡Abre, cuidado! ¡Gol! ¡Pasamos! ¡A Coruña! ¡A Coruña!
Ronnie has a very adventurous history. He's used to discomfort. He's crossed oceans in not the most comfortable boats, so he's used to all that. The difference here is 4 months is much longer than he's used to, and the conditions are going to be much rougher than he's used to. He doesn't give importance to comfort. I think he might regret that a little bit along the way. But he's got the right mindset to power through this. I think if he finishes the race, he'll be in the top third for sure. If not, he'll be on the podium. I'm counting on it.
I believe that he will be good on his sailing. I mean, I know the guy, he's a tough guy. And it's a tough sailing all over the world, solo, non-stop. I hope he can make it non-stop because it's a long way, but I'm really sure that he's ready to do it. And he will be back here in La Coruña, and I'm putting all myself into it to see him back here and have dinner all together.
You know, I've helped Ronnie with a couple of the with his qualifying run and a couple other runs. The neat thing about Ronnie is he's a really good sailor and router on his own. I think when we, look at the different regions and the different challenges they present, you've got the lack of wind in the doldrums, the wind in the sea state in the Southern Ocean. But I do think, and I've thought this all along from when I first met Ronnie, he's the guy that can do it.
Hello everyone from La Coruña, Spain. It's Saturday, October 28th at 7
got that on video.
We figured that. it is 70 degrees, sunny here. Good day to start the race in Jitterbug.
Yeah, well, maybe we'll start a new global solo challenge from Maine one day or something. But yeah, the weather looks awesome. You look warm and you look stoked. Yeah.
Lighthouse to lighthouse. Good. Just
Getting organized, getting the boat all tidied up, and getting ready to get out of here in the morning.
You'll do it. Yeah, we got a lot of positive energy behind you. You're focused and ready. Everything's cool, and we'll be in touch as you go.
Well, I said it. I'm sure you'll see the Facebook Live here in a few minutes, but I can't thank you guys enough. You know, one of the hardest parts in this endeavor is getting to the starting line, and that requires financial resources, and it requires some good supportive partners. And you guys have been absolutely huge here in the 11th hour, and I really can't thank you guys enough. So I'm just stoked to go do it and hopefully make everybody proud and represent Shipyard Brewing well and help you sell some more beer.
All right, brother. Good luck, man. Keep the faith and Godspeed.
Yeah, you too, and definitely good luck with everything.
This is my first time inside the hull of it. I'm sure you're already very familiar with this space and soon to be very, very familiar with this space after the Global Solo Challenge, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. Spent a lot of time in this small environment and all kinds of conditions, and I can only imagine what's about to come in the next 130, 140 days. But yeah, we're going to be in here for a while.
Yeah.
I had talked to probably 10 different companies about trying to work together for this race as far as in a title sponsor capacity, and didn't find the right sponsor. And I said, you know, when I find the right sponsor, it's all going to click and it's all going to make sense for everyone. And then with Shipyard, pretty much right off the bat, it was like when Fred was like, this is super cool.
Yeah.
We're super into it. Everyone and there's so much synergy with Portland, Maine, and with sailing, and with Shipyard, brewing the company. It's a great fit, so I'm stoked it all came together. We're all starting late. My race officially started at 3 o'clock, so about an hour and 38 minutes ago. And just so people understand the format, basically this is a pursuit race, so that the slowest boats in the race would start first. The fastest boats will start last, and the other boats will start kind of in the middle, and it's based on the theoretical performance of the boat. So all the boats have some type of like handicap rating applied to them, where it says, your boat is this fast, you should take this many days to get around the world, so therefore you're going to start on this date. So with that out of the way, 8 of us, we fall right in the same very tight band where we're supposed to start on the same day, and that day is October 28th, which is today. And so 8 boats were supposed to start at 3 o'clock. The clock started ticking. We are officially racing, so right now our competitors are sailing away from us, which is a bit of a bummer.
Yeah.
But right now it would be impossible to leave. You can probably hear and see the boat is jerking here in the harbor. You can hear the dock lines, and the boat is really jerking around, and that's because, as you mentioned, there's a pretty big wintertime storm hitting northwest Spain, where we're at right now, and the sea state, the wind is going to be nearly hurricane force. So we're talking like up to 60 knot winds, which is in miles an hour. That's 74 miles an hour, and that's hurricane force. So we're looking at nearly hurricane force winds leaving here. It's going to be a lot more mellow tomorrow, but still very challenging. And the biggest thing is with the wind is the waves. And right now I think there's a real danger of going out there and breaking the boat. And so you cannot win the race on the first day, but you can definitely lose it. And this race is 130, 135, 140 days long, and it doesn't make any sense to take that much risk on day one. So I made the decision yesterday that I was going to leave probably on Sunday morning, but definitely not today.
Yeah.
And all of the other, I'm 99% sure that all the other 7 skippers are not leaving today. So I want to leave. I want to get out as early as I can, but by the same token, it looks like the earliest that you would really want to leave is between 3 and 5 a.m. tomorrow.
Sure.
And the sun's going to be up at 8, 8:30, 9 o'clock doesn't look bad. I want to leave when it's daylight. It's going to be, when there's a lot of winds and everything, it's really challenging, and there's rocks around here. There are some buoys you can hit. You could even have an incident leaving the dock. You've got to make a couple of hard 90-degree turns getting in and out of here. Yeah. And it would be such a shame to have something happen that was really preventable because you couldn't see what you were doing because you're at night.
For sure.
I'm not racing on day 1.
Yeah.
On day 1 and on day 2, I am trying to get out of Europe without breaking the boat. The race is going to start Monday night, about 100 miles off the coast of Portugal. That's when we should start getting some good conditions. We're at that point. Hopefully there's nothing broken, and then we can start pushing. But, you know, the first chapter of this race, so to speak, the first part of this race is I got to get out of here without breaking the boat. And if you try to go fast in these conditions because it's upwind, then you're going to end up launching off of waves. Whereas I'm going to be slowing the boat down and kind of crawling over them because I don't want to launch and then come down with a bang.
For sure.
That's when you break the boat, is those big shock loads of landing and pounding off waves. So
yeah. For the viewer at home, like, to understand the intensity of the current situation, I'm psyched up for you. The hair standing up on my arms. It's just a absolutely mad but inspiring thing that you're doing here. And Shipyard Brewing, super excited to be aboard.
With all that, now we just got to go do the thing.
Yeah, dude.
So
Absolutely.
I think we're gonna have one more unplanned nice meal in A Coruña.
Yeah.
One more unplanned night in a warm, dry bed, and then it's time to go do the thing now. So heck yeah, let's go do it. And hopefully you guys all follow along, and hopefully you enjoy it. And as Sean said, you know, the YouTube videos are great. Also follow along on the website. And through the website, you can also get links to my website, RonnieSimpsonRacing.com, but also the Global Solo Challenge website.
Cheers to the person who wanted to be here more than anyone, but perhaps myself. And he couldn't be here because he's battling cancer right now. Cheers to Chris, who came over here as my #1 guy, my right-hand guy. And he showed more enthusiasm and love and passion for his projects and friendship and generosity and humility than anyone I've probably ever met. And cheers to the person who wanted to be here more than anyone, myself, and he can't be here right now. So here's to Chris, because he is with us.
Here's to Chris.
Chris.
And let's say a cheers to all of the men and women that are going sailing. Let's all be safe.
Yeah, cheers.
I want to drink to that.
Good morning, Captain Ron.
What's up?
Not much. How are we feeling this morning?
It's surprisingly calm. I just gotta go to it now.
Hell yeah.
So, at least the weather's pretty nice. I think it was a good thing to wait for, you know, almost a day. And yeah, just gotta go do it now. So a couple last minute preparations, and we'll be out of here probably an hour and a half.
Looking forward to it. Thanks, Ronnie.
Yeah, man. Be advised, sailing vessel Sparrow intends to depart from the Global Solo Challenge in 1 hour.
Anything else you want to fuck with?
yeah, we'll leave these. We'll leave this one. I'm gonna call my girlfriend on FaceTime for like 5 minutes, and then I'm gonna probably come out and say bye to you guys. Thank you guys for everything. I love all you guys. So thank you for everything. Now let's just go do it. Thanks for all your help. Take care of this guy. Thanks for all your support, bro. Through the highs and the lows. Kind of cool. The first guy that ever volunteered his time on the boat ever was this individual. He's here on the dock. Sean was there on the day one. Charles is here on the dock. He's the first guy who's done 5 minutes. He's here on the dock. The first time ever me. Full circle. Here we are. Yeah. Now we'll do a full circle. We'll see you again. Whoever's it is. Sorry. No worries. I'm gonna go out and then I'll go upwind and put up the main to a double reef, and then I'll bear away and turn the motor off, and then it's gonna be downwind across the start line, so I'll be just like starting and then stay slow. Long way from the dock to Beaufort.
Yeah, but we can coil it here. I'll get you Jason here. Okay.
Go Ronnie!
Give him hell, Ronnie!
Proper cheers to Ronnie.
Right
Another take
there.
Here's official cheers to Ronnie on his launch day. Woo! We're at Torre de Hercules, oldest lighthouse in the world, in La Coruña, Spain. Got ourselves a Shipyard American Pale Ale straight from the UK. And we're gonna pass this around with some of Ronnie's crew. And I'll take a swig in honor of Ronnie, who's off sailing in the distance there. Starting his 130-day around the world journey for the Global Solo Challenge. So cheers to Ronnie.
Cheers to Ronnie.
Anyone else want to take a
Oh,
swig?
hey, Ronnie, let's go.
Good morning.
Good morning. Woo. Cheers. Cheers, Ronnie. Woo.
I actually haven't had the
That's tasty.
Good temperature.
Ronnie is nothing but inspiration. So focused. Watching him move and operate and make things happen is beyond inspiring. It's just,
yeah, absolutely. His drive and his commitment and his passion and determination, just like eye on the prize and just never wavering. It's absolutely amazing watching it unfold from start to finish, from start to start. From start to start, yeah.